555 miles. This is the distance you would need to walk to traverse the Upper Peninsula of Michigan via the North Country Trail. In 2024, I set out to do just that, breaking down the number 555 into big, chonky sections of trail. Starting strong, my cousin and I hiked 70 miles from the wilderness of Craig Lake State Park into the friendly town of Marquette, making epic memories and watching nature wake up from its winter slumber along the way. Immediately after, we dropped my truck off south of Munising at a trailhead, and my cousin dropped me off on his way home at St. Ignace. From the very beginning of the Upper Peninsula's longest trail, I completed 230 miles alone, experiencing weather, wolves, and many starry nights. I wandered through old-growth forests, sandy beaches, and looked out over Lake Superior from atop cliffs and sand dunes reaching over 200 feet tall. After 12 days of hiking, I reached my truck and returned home, back to the drawing board where I eagerly planned my next routes and packed food measured out to the daily serving. Last year, I set off on an ambitious 205-mile bid, attempting to reach the Wisconsin border from Craig Lake State Park. I was physically up to the task. I had buried supplies on my route to later dig up, and I planned on hitchhiking for hours back to my truck. The hike started off phenomenally. Within the first 3 miles, I saw my very first signs of a mountain lion. By the end of the first day, I even got to stay in a trail shelter for the first time. The second day, I ran into technical difficulties.
So, my AllTrails says that I'm at 31 miles, but on the North Country Trails map, I'm only at 25. So, it's quite a discrepancy. It's 6 miles over. There's got to be something wrong there.
With the uncertainty of the true mileage of the trail getting the best of my headspace, I decided to end the hike early and double back to complete the next chunk.
Got a ride from my guy with a side-by-side out to 28, so here we go.
So on the morning of day 4, 65 miles in, I hitchhiked my way back to Craig Lake State Park. I was a few miles from the most scenic sections of the mountainous western UP, but I wasn't about to risk running out of food in the middle of nowhere and relying on hitchhiking to get back to a meal. This is where today's story begins. I had to skip forward around 40 miles due to local flooding, but nonetheless, I started out with 100 miles left between me and the Wisconsin border. However, due to an unfortunate event, I ended up turning around yet again.
All right, so it's finally beginning. Been excited for this one. My suspicions of the flooding impacting my hike, why I didn't start at Victoria Dam, because I didn't know if I could cross the river there. I was kind of looking into it. I planned for the longest time, and then the last second, my girlfriend told me about all the flooding that's going on up here. So I decided it'd be a little safer if I were to bypass Victoria Dam. I think I got 35 miles until Porcupine Mountains. This is finally going to be a little bit more scenic. Super excited. Brought gloves this time. It's a little cold, but as always, come out and hike early, beat the bugs. Cold's a lot easier to deal with than those bugs. I hate it. All right, here we go. Off to adventure. This back, 43 pounds. Brought a couple luxury items, bunch of food. This is what it is, but man. Owls are rallying. coyotes down there. It's a good stick. All right. Oh. Something I have to get every time I come up here. Sheboygan Brewing Company, Blood Orange Honey. Yeah, I dropped it earlier. It's a little fizzy. Mmm. Yeah, this is nice. Bringing you guys camping with me tonight. I'm gonna be up for a little bit. I have cell service here. I mean, who am I to enjoy all this? This is like almost complete panoramic view. Heard some wolves howling, heard some coyotes, heard some owls. Good little lookout. Yep. Let's chill, see what the night brings. Hopefully some nice stars. So happy to be out here. So this is my hammock setup. Running the Haven hammock. This is the standard size tent. This is a Gregory Focal 58 backpack. So what I do with this tent is you bring some carabiners. You can hang your gear on the ridge line. See that? I also bring a couple extra little tiny carabiners, and I'll clip my shoes on right here. My fanny pack I'll clip on right here. Push everything down to the back where your feet are. You're in for a good night's rest. This tent, I would not want to use anything else. I have been through so much with this tent. I cut down a tree onto this tent, and it bounced right off this ridge line. This ridge line, it's kind of like a climbing slang, so it's rated for probably like 5. I can't tell you an accurate amount. So inside, we've got a Kelty 10-degree bag. I like to go overkill because it's going to get down to 30 tonight. Then I have a Teton liner, just an inflatable Amazon pillow. So here we have the ever important hanging of the bear bag. So, I'm about to hit the hay. See you guys tomorrow. $30. Maybe a little bit of rain later tonight. And yeah, with that, I'm off for the evening. See you guys tomorrow. You can tell this is a remote part of the trail because you can tell nobody's crossed this. I mean, unless they walk all the way up there, but normally these are broken off as signs of people using the trail. I feel like this is a very seldom used section. Heading that way. Big old escarpment over there. Here's where I camped last night. So that's my progress so far today. So that tower, all the way out there, is not even the end of the day for me. I'm hiking pretty well past that. That's quite a distance.
Pix destroyed. 5.
Well, just west of the Berglund Fire Tower is a straight up bog. Gotta just embrace it. This sucks. It really sucks. Almost time to start looking for a campsite. Nah, I still got a couple hours. I'll see what I can pull off at the end of the day. This trail is not easy to follow through here, man. Look at all this blow down. I mean, this is brutal. I've been through so much like this. Look at that, dude. Come on. Oh. It takes a long time to get through this kind of stuff. Today has been nothing but ups and downs with the elevation. Now that it's flat, it's just the most unkept trail ever. But whatever. Still making good time. Almost to camp. Really dense woods to really wide open. Beautiful river. So pretty. Wow. I'm guessing this is home for the night. Not doing a fire tonight. Too tired. Freaking beat from today. I gotta get into the groove of things. Unfortunately, no cell phone service tonight. So I'm gonna check in. We got some good lunch with a great view. It gets cold here fast. You regret all your life decisions towards the end of the day. I mean, it gets cold, clammy, wet. It's brutal to be there, especially after you hiked all day. And it's so cozy when you get in that sleeping bag. Get some good sustainable food in you. Go sleep and repair them legs.
I found this scoundrel trying to climb into my boot, so I'm gonna show him how we do it at the Big Iron River. Notches on my pistol, 1 5 more.
I don't know if you can see that, but there's slugs all in here. I just pulled one out. It's an absolute curse to leave your shoes on the ground overnight. I don't know why I forgot that. That's disgusting. I'll tell you what. Back there's the river I camped at. Look at what I have ahead. Immediate back to reality. I forgot. I did forget how bad this trail was. This is the trail. I almost want to quit. I think they blew their trail maintenance labor budget on building all these nice bridges. Look at that thing. Woo! Little Iron River. There was just too much crap in between. Was it 64? And this is Boundary Road. Man, horrible trail there. Big Iron River is awesome though. That was an awesome spot. Moving into the Porcupine Mountains today. Hopefully gonna get a good view of Lake of the Clouds. It is windy and that will take your breath away. It is getting cooler out. Oh my goodness. I couldn't breathe for a second. This is a very brief road walk anyway, so I'll be out into the woods and out of the wind here soon. This is a cool spot. Look at these two big fallen giant trees. Just snapped. Same with that one. You ever get the feeling someone's watching you? He went back to his home, but he could not resist coming back out to look at me. All right, I gotta go. I wish it was warm enough. I would be swimming in here 100%. Look how cool that is. According to All Trails, this is the last water source for 10 miles, so I'm gonna be chugging as much as I can here. Gonna refill and top off, and yeah, probably not gonna get to the other side of the water carrier tonight. Definitely not. So, carrying in everything for tonight. I've made a grave hour-long mistake. Went the wrong way for a half hour before I realized it. What? I mean, why are they marking this trail with blue? This is incredibly deceptive. That's where I just went for half an hour. It cost me an hour. Here's where you're supposed to go. Don't see any blue blazes. There's the lake. Look at Superior. Wow.
So I hate to do this, but I kind of need to. I gotta turn back. My girlfriend's grandma's not doing well, and 12 hours away from her, and she wants to go see her grandma who lives like 5 hours away, and she wants me to come with her. So I think I should turn around. This is quite a view. Having a small snack, making my way back. So I ran up into the woods and set up camp. Gonna eat my beef stroganoff. Get some sleep. But yeah, I'm on my way back now. Yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with this hike. It's been awesome. Just wish this wasn't 12 hours away from my house. I'd be out here all the time, man. All the time. You know what time it is.
Ticks destroyed. 7.
This kind of came up out of nowhere, but yeah, I guess I'll get on the trail. We'll see how my feet can contend with this. So I'm gonna be walking straight through puddles. I'll be all right. Let's get this camp wrapped up. It's warming up. Looks a lot different than it did this morning. Ugh. We meet again. Check these stickers out. They're anti-tick repellent. Forgot I had them. Let's see if I get less ticks crawling on me. .4 miles of hellscape. Taking a quick break, made it across this stream. I took a gamble and cut straight through this old abandoned road and came out to the river, and I could cross it. It's gonna save me a little chunk coming back. Making good time. Felt like sitting down for a second. First time I sat down in the day, and I've covered some distance. So I'm gonna hydrate, grab some food, and I'm just gonna keep going, man. Walking through all this crap on the trail, I literally just said to myself as I got poked in the eye, smacked in the teeth. I mean, dude, all these briars and everything. I told myself, like, man, Big Iron River, better be close. Look what it is. It's gonna soak in the Big Iron River. Incredibly peaceful out here. All right, back to civilization. It's pretty remote where this is, but a couple miles. Michigan 64 goes north to south. I'm gonna try to hitchhike down to Bergland, walk over on 28 a little bit, and head up Forest Road 400. I'm gonna spend about a half hour trying to hitchhike out here at the road, and I might just press on because I'm doing pretty well. I've officially decided against hitchhiking. I looked at the route. I'm about to smash this. It's gonna be good. Should be my truck early tomorrow. Already back at the Bergland Fire Tower. It's pretty cool. Hoping to get 6 more miles today. We'll see. The hills are gonna be bad. I found a little shortcut though. So I'm gonna attempt a little cheeky shortcut with old 64, see if it pays out pretty well for me. It should avoid 2 climbs. Just kicked this bird off of its nest. I don't know if that was what do they have here? The woodland grouse. Just stopped here to shoot a little video, but somebody was videoing me already. I just noticed that I lost a water bottle doing my run and having earbuds in. Now that makes me want to never have earbuds in on the trail again. And boom, here we are. Gogabik Ridge Trail. Oh yeah, moving in between the hills. This trail goes through a lot more. It seems like a really long, awesome trail that would definitely be a good one to explore. Maybe in the future.
A few moments later.
Maybe the Gogabik Ridge Trail. I don't know. This looks like it's almost a bypass of this. I hope I can make it. This is quite an interesting side quest. I have no clue how they could have got that culvert down here. All right, we're back on track, but that was a nail-biting experience. I've paid a lot of time into this shortcut. I'm glad it worked. Back to the North Country. I didn't even notice this when I set the camera up. Huh. Off we go. I think I'm going to give this camping spot some love tonight. Looks pretty nice. Let's try it out. This is the horribleness that comes with hiking. Sitting down at the end of the day and your feet look like that. Been wet all day. Oh man. Try to dry these socks out best I can. Well, got camp set up. Gonna sit next to the fire, got my bear bag hung, and sit next to the fire till it dims down. I'm gonna hop in my sleeping bag. Wish I could catch those owls on tape. Sounds like I just did. All right. In for bed. See you guys in the morning. Slept in this morning. It's cold, man. Man, it's so cold out here. It's hard to get out of your sleeping bag. Do not want to put on wet shoes. But I'm about to put on wet shoes. All right, whatever. Here we go. I hate this part. This breakfast mix. Bare naked granola and powdered milk. Stir, let sit, and enjoy. The birds are so active in the mornings. Oh, it just pooped. This has been quite a hike. This is the last hill I'll be on. About to descend down to the road, get back to my truck. I need a moment to take it all in again. This is definitely healing for the soul. I will be back here for sure. I can see it. At the lamps of my truck.
So there you have it. I hiked 35 miles of trail before I turned around, so it brought it to close to 70 miles total. But I did only complete 35 miles towards the 100 that I had, so I still have a 65-mile section of trail. And this will be the third attempt. It kind of sucks, but if you don't have service, you can't talk to your woman for 2 days, and you're excited, and you finally get service, and you call her, and she answers crying because of a family emergency, you have to go back and be with her. So I don't regret turning around. This next attempt is going to be a doozy because hitchhiking to the Lake of the Clouds is going to be probably pretty difficult. I think it's going to require a lot of rides, but that's going to make the next attempt even more interesting and fun. So I am going to complete this. Stay tuned.